Hola amigos y amigas, ¿qué tal? Espero que vayas bien. I'm going to go back to English. We're on to day 7 of my personal challenge of listening and speaking some Spanish, pre-prepared Spanish to practice structures, accent, whatever, lo que sea. And so let's just bang straight on into it. I've got my Audacity here ready with Ojalá capítulo 6. Let's have a listen.
Capítulo 7.
Oh, siete. Okay, first learning already. Seis means 6 and siete means 7. Alrighty, I'll just get into the waveforms a little bit. 1, 2, 3 clicks is probably the right amount so that they're really clear. Back to the cursor. Okay.
Capítulo 7.
So I'm going to repeat what I'm hearing to echo the sound and practice the pronunciation, particularly capítulo.
Capítulo 7.
Siete.
Oviedo.
Oviedo is a place in Spain, and I've had the privilege to visit that place, and it's got a great big hill with an amazing big structure at the top. I think it's got a statue of Jesus Christ up there, and we had a lovely meal partway down the hill. Anyway, let's keep going.
Oviedo es la capital de Asturias.
Okay, Oviedo. So I'm repeating what I'm hearing. Here's what you have another listen.
Oviedo es la capital de Asturias.
Okay, so here's what I hear. Oviedo es la capital de Asturias.
Oviedo es la capital de Asturias.
Okay, keep on going.
Una de las muchas regiones de España.
Una de las muchas regiones de España.
Una de las muchas regiones de España.
One of the many regions of Spain. Does mucha, would we spell that with an S or not?
Una de las muchas regiones de España.
Okay, but I'm hearing una de las.
Una de las muchas regiones de España.
Okay, so it's muchas. I would say it with an S, obviously, but he's, doesn't say that S. No importa. Let's keep moving.
Julia había preferido viajar en autobús esta vez.
Julia había preferido.
Julia había preferido viajar.
Okay, so Julia had preferred.
Julia había preferido viajar en autobús esta vez.
Viajar en autobús esta vez. So Julia had preferred to travel in a bus this time. Esta vez.
Viajar en autobús esta vez.
Yeah, okay.
Cuando salió de Salamanca.
Cuando salió de Salamanca.
Cuando salió de Salamanca.
When she left Salamanca. Cuando salió de Salamanca. I think that de, it's kind of useful to remember that preposition, and de meaning from, a meaning to. Very important to get those prepositions correct. Well, so important. Perdón while I drink some café. Here we go.
Tenía mucha prisa y...
Tenía mucha prisa.
Tenía mucha prisa y...
Okay. She was in a hurry.
Compró el billete para Oviedo mientras iba a Santiago de Compostela.
I mean, look at the length of this whole sentence here.
Tenía mucha prisa y compró el billete para Oviedo mientras iba a Santiago de Compostela.
So my theories about this is that it's not that the Spanish is too fast, it's that there's too much of it in one chunk. So this process of breaking it into chunks is really helpful, and I'm trying and I'm hoping that the chunks that I can take in one go get extended. This concept of how much we can hold in our head at one time is called working memory, if I remember my psychology well. And this is part of the why I'm doing what I'm doing. So how much of this can I remember?
Tenía mucha prisa y compró el billete para Oviedo mientras iba a Santiago de Compostela.
Okay, so I'm kind of like turning it into English, unfortunately. Let's just stay in Spanish.
Tenía mucha
So she was in a hurry and she bought her ticket for el video while she was in. I should be saying this in Spanish.
tenía mucha prisa y
Okay, so she was in a hurry. I'm going to go into here.
compró el billete para Oviedo
Compró el billete por el video.
compró el billete para Oviedo
Oviedo. Let's get that right. I've been there, but I can't say it. Oviedo. I'm going to write it down just to sound more sure of it. Okay.
compró el billete para Oviedo
Okay. So, para in this case to go towards as well. Yeah.
compró el billete para Oviedo mientras
Mientras
iba a Santiago de Compostela
mientras iba
mientras iba
a Santiago de Compostela.
a Santiago de Compostela.
Okay, so while she was going to Santiago. Okay, all right. So she was in a hurry. So maybe it sounds like she didn't quite buy the form of transport that she would have preferred to use. No importa. Okay.
De todas formas, ella no quería seguir un plan al pie de la letra.
De todas formas, anyway,
ella no quería seguir
ella no quería seguir, she didn't want to follow.
Ella no quería seguir un plan al pie de la letra.
Un plan al pie de la letra.
Un plan al pie de la letra.
Okay, so that al pie de la letra.
Pie de la letra.
Let's get that here.
Al pie de la letra.
That's definitely sounds like an idiomatic expression. It sounds very similar to the one like to the letter is what we would say in English. Al pie, but to the foot. Al pie de. Is it? Okay.
Al pie de la letra.
Al pie de la letra. Just jot that one down. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a good idiomatic expression. These are European ones, by the way. May not occur in Latin or Central America. But why not use them? They may understand what you're saying.
Quería improvisar.
Quería
improvisar.
Quería improvisar. I think we can guess that means she wanted to improvise.
Quería improvisar.
Or take things as they came.
No necesitaba tener todo calculado.
No necesitaba tener todo calculado.
No necesitaba tener todo calculado.
Okay, so she didn't have to have everything calculado. I'm going to take as meaning worked out. Calculado.
Todo calculado.
Mm-hmm.
Ella pensaba que
I'll just move that across a little bit here.
Ella pensaba que la inspiración a la hora de escribir necesitaba también viajar un poco por libre.
Whoa, okay. How much of that did you get? Listen and drink.
Ella pensaba que la inspiración a la hora de escribir
Okay, I'll go with that. Ella pensaba que la inspiración a la hora de escribir. I would take as she thought that. Ella pensaba que
la
the inspiration
a la hora de escribir
at the time of writing, a la hora de escribir.
A la hora de escribir.
Yeah, okay, so she thought that the
Ella pensaba que la inspiración a la hora de escribir
at the moment of writing. Okay, she thought that the inspiration at the moment of writing
necesitaba también viajar un poco por libre.
Necesitaba también, so also needed.
Viajar un poco por libre.
Viajar por libre, to travel por libre with freedom, to travel freely. Okay, so let's have another listen to the whole thing.
Ella pensaba que la inspiración a la hora de escribir necesitaba también viajar un poco por libre.
Okay, it's slightly different to how exactly we might say it. I might check how DeepL translates that, especially the inspiration a la hora de escribir, because a la hora to me means like at the time, and it might mean something slightly different in this context.
Lo único que calculó fue el billete de autobús a Oviedo.
El único que calculó, the only thing that she worked out,
Lo único que calculó fue el billete de autobús a Oviedo. Fue el billete de autobús a Oviedo.
was the, I'll say it in Spanish,
Fue el billete de autobús a Oviedo.
fue el billete del autobús
Fue el billete de autobús a Oviedo.
of Oviedo. Okay, was the bus ticket, the Oviedo bus ticket.
Fue el billete de autobús a Oviedo.
Is there an A in front of Oviedo?
Fue el billete de autobús a Oviedo.
Really, really hard to tell. There might be. We'll check when we look at the script later. Okay. Point for me. The only thing.
Lo único que calculó
Fue. So the only thing that she calculated. Fue. So fue and era are a bit of a challenge for me at the moment. And fue, they both mean was, and they both come from ser, right? But era is used for describing things, and fue is when it's an event or something that happened. So what she's talking about there is an event. So fue makes sense to me there. She's not describing anything. Okay, moving on to the next bit here.
No sabía cuál iba a ser el siguiente paso luego.
No sabía que...
No sabía cuál iba a ser el
no,
siguiente.
cuál iba. No
sabía cuál iba a ser.
No sabía cuál iba. She didn't know what iba she was going.
No sabía cuál iba a ser el siguiente paso luego.
Okay, so iba, of course, can mean, iba, she was going. I was going to say I was going, but that's not appropriate here, not in context.
No sabía cuál iba a ser el
Iba a ser, she was going to do.
siguiente paso.
Iba a ser, I'll just see if I can split this.
El siguiente paso luego.
See how it just becomes a little bit sharper when I can just find the beginning of that.
El siguiente paso luego.
El siguiente, the following.
El siguiente paso luego.
Paso luego. Paso luego. So paso is like a step or a kind of like the next thing. Paso, el paso luego, the next thing.
El siguiente paso luego.
The following thing. She didn't know.
No sabía cuál iba a ser el siguiente paso luego.
Okay, so I think that's, so él no sabía.
No sabía cuál iba.
No sabía, not él, ella.
No sabía cuál iba a ser el siguiente paso luego.
She didn't know what the next step was going to be. Dun, 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 dun. I think I've got that. She didn't know what the next thing was going to be. The next step was going to be.
Pero sí que necesitaba apretarse un poco el cinturón.
Okay, what was that about a cinturón, which is a belt?
Pero sí que necesitaba apretarse.
Pero sí que necesitaba. So there's that. Pero sí que. So that's like there's a bit of an emphasis. Like she knew that.
Pero sí que necesitaba
Necesitaba.
apretarse un.
Apretarse.
Going
back a bit.
Apretarse un poco el cinturón.
Apretarse is to tighten, right? Tighten the belt, or in this case, her belt. So I guess that's an idiomatic expression, which is pretty familiar to us Anglo-parlantes. Let's hear that whole thing again.
Pero sí que necesitaba apretarse un poco el cinturón.
She had to tighten her belt a little bit. Watch her money a tad. Was it un poco, he said?
Un poco el cinturón.
Okay. A little, the belt. Yeah. We would put the a little on the end, right? Yeah. That's Spanish. Love it.
Porque el dinero no crecía en los árboles.
Okay, another one that's pretty familiar to us. Pero, ¿por qué was it?
Porque el dinero no crecía en los árboles.
No crecía
en los árboles.
¿A los?
No crecía en los árboles.
didn't grow on trees. In the previous session, I realized I was using present tense when it was past tense at times, and so I've got a bit more awareness of thinking about that.
No crecía el...
Because we would just say, because money doesn't grow on trees, but in this way the story is told, he's saying that money didn't grow on trees.
No crecía en los árboles.
Crecía. Okay, here we go.
Como si...
Let's move that across a tad. Here we go.
Como siempre, Julia aprovechó para visitar los lugares famosos de la ciudad.
Okay, so there's like little bits that I'm picking up. De la ciudad. Provecho, was it? To take advantage of?
Como siempre,
you know, as always.
Julia aprovechó para visitar. Julia
aprovechó, so took advantage of. Aprovechó, from aprovechar.
Julia aprovechó para visitar los lugares.
So does para always follow aprovechar? Who knows? But that's the preposition that goes with it. Took advantage para, in order to.
Para visitar los lugares.
Visitar
los lugares famosos de la ciudad.
Is that lugares? He's saying lugares. The G is quite soft.
Visitar los lugares famosos.
Las lugares.
Famosos.
See that whole thing again from a bit further back.
Julia aprovechó para visitar los lugares famosos de la ciudad.
It's los lugares. Los lugares. One of those not obviously gendered. El lugar. I'm going to put it over on the right-hand side. It's going to be blue and cold. That place, el lugar.
Julia aprovechó para visitar los lugares famosos de la ciudad.
Okay, the famous places of the city.
En el caso de Oviedo.
En el caso de Oviedo. It's kind of like, I think he's saying en el caso, but it's, you know, pretty joined up.
En el caso de Oviedo, visitó su catedral.
Visitó
su catedral.
Visitó su catedral. So she visited its cathedral. Visitó
el centro de la ciudad.
Visitó, just a little reminder for myself, visitó, preterite. In other words, it's gone and done. She visited it, bang, okay? We're not talking about while she was, something was happening. No, that was it, visitó, it's over and done with.
Paseó cerca del río Nalón.
Same thing with paseó, she walked.
Paseó cerca del río Nalón.
Cerca
del río Nalón.
Let's hear again.
Paseó cerca del río Nalón.
So that's a river.
Paseó cerca del río Nalón.
Río Nalón. Okay. And
entró al Museo de Bellas Artes de Asturias.
Entró
al museo de Bellas Artes de Asturias.
Varias artes?
Museo de Bellas Artes.
Bellas Artes. Oh.
Entró al Museo de Bellas Artes de Asturias. De
Bellas Artes.
Entró al Museo de Bellas Artes.
I feel I should know this and I'm pressurizing myself, which is not useful.
Entró al Museo de Bellas Artes.
I'm just going to make a note here. What is that? Bellas Artes. It doesn't make sense, right? Artes. Or maybe it does, and I don't know.
Entró al Museo de Bellas Artes.
De Bellas Artes. Okay, we'll check it later.
De Bellas Artes de Asturias y finalmente se dirigió al Monte Naranco.
Monte Naranco. Ah, yeah, that's the one I think that Olivia and I climbed many years ago.
Se dirigió.
Dirigirse.
Se dirigió al Monte Naranco.
I think dirigir can mean, yeah, to mount, to lead. It's got quite a lot of meanings.
Se dirigió al.
Se dirigió. Yeah.
Al Monte Naranco. Al Monte Naranco. Al Monte Naranco.
Naranco. Okay.
Allí aprovechó.
Alrighty. It's going well here, aren't we?
Allí aprovechó para sentarse.
Allí
Allí aprovechó para...
aprovech.
Allí aprovechó para...
She took advantage again. Aprovechó
Allí aprovechó para sentarse.
para sentarse. To sit down. Okay, so allí
Allí aprovechó para...
aprovechó. She took advantage.
Allí aprovechó para sentarse.
She took advantage in order to sit herself down. So in English, I mean, the structure of that is amazing. We just like in English, we'd say here, she relaxed a bit. she took a rest. In Spanish, para sentarse.
Allí aprovechó para sentarse.
Okay, to sit down. Okay.
Estaba algo cansada.
Estaba algo cansada. She was algo, meaning some, and in English we would say somewhat, right? I love that little structure there. Somewhat structure. Estaba algo cansada.
Estaba algo cansada.
Cansada, feminine.
Desde aquel punto se veía toda la ciudad de Oviedo.
What? Toda la ciudad de Oviedo.
Toda la ciudad de Oviedo.
Toda la ciudad. The words that end with dad actually are signaled that they're feminine. They are feminine, aren't they? Those ones.
Desde aquel punto se veía...
Se veía.
Desde aquel punto se veía...
Desde... From this, I think it's saying from this point, from this location.
Desde aquel punto se...
Desde aquel punto.
Desde aquel punto se veía...
Se veía. It was possible. The passive form of ver. Se veía. One could see. Se veía.
Desde aquel punto se veía toda la ciudad.
Veía.
Se veía toda...
Yeah, okay. Let's hear it again.
Desde aquel punto se...
Desde aquel punto.
Desde aquel punto se veía toda la ciudad de Oviedo.
You could see all the city of Oviedo.
Era una vista maravillosa.
Isn't it nice when it's just like ella una vista maravillosa.
Era una vista maravillosa.
It was a marvelous view. And that was a marvelous sentence.
Alguien saludó a Julia desde lejos. Parecía un señor mayor con varias ovejas.
Okay, let's try that in bits.
Alguien saludó a Julia desde lejos.
Alguien saludó. Someone saludó, called out, greeted.
Alguien saludó a Julia desde lejos.
A Julia.
Julia desde lejos.
From behind, desde lejos. Alguien saludó a Julia desde lejos.
Alguien saludó a Julia desde lejos.
A Julia. Not much of the there, but it's there.
Alguien saludó a Julia desde lejos.
Desde lejos.
Parecía un señor mayor con varias ovejas.
Parecía. It seemed like.
Parecía un señor mayor.
Un señor mayor.
Parecía un señor mayor con varias ovejas.
Con varios ovejas. With varios. Not meaning various sheep, like a black one, a blue one, a green one, a white one, but just some.
Parecía un señor mayor con varias ovejas.
Ovejas.
Jovencita, perdone.
Jovencita, young woman, perdone, excuse me.
Jovencita, perdone. ¿Es suyo ese libro?
Es suyo este libro. Es suyo. Is it yours? This book? Lovely structure. Es suyo este libro. Okay, so if someone drops something in front of you in the streets of Oaxaca, you can say, es suyo esta cartera. Okay, lost myself here.
¿Es suyo ese libro?
Es suyo este libro. Is this book yours?
¿Es suyo ese libro?
That book, ese.
¿Es suyo ese libro?
Not, yeah. I'm a little bit slack with my este in ese, so just being aware of that. Ese libro.
El anciano señaló un libro que estaba en la hierba, detrás de Julia.
Okay, so that last little bit, detrás de Julia, behind Julia. It's just while I'm here.
Detrás de Julia.
Detrás de, okay, behind. There's a preposition there, detrás de. Very useful to remember.
El anciano señaló un libro que estaba en la hierba.
Okay, so el anciano señaló, signaled or pointed to.
El anciano señaló un libro.
Señaló.
El anciano señaló un libro.
Señaló.
Libro que estaba en la hierba.
Que estaba.
Libro que estaba en la hierba.
Oh, in the on the grass. Hierba, is it?
Estaba en la hierba.
Hierba. En la.
Estaba en la hierba.
On the grass, I think that means hierba.
Detrás de Julia.
Behind.
Era el libro.
Okay, so yeah.
Era el libro donde escribía su viaje.
Era la libro. It can't be la. Era el libro.
Era el libro donde escribía su viaje.
It was the book.
Era el libro donde escribía su...
Where? Donde? Era el libro donde
Era el libro donde escribía su viaje.
Donde escribía su viaje.
Era el libro donde escribía su viaje.
Escribía su... Okay, so we would write where she was writing about her trip. Viaje.
Escribía su viaje. Escribía su viaje. Escribía su viaje.
I think I'm hearing escribía a su viaje.
Escribía su viaje. Era el libro donde escribía su viaje.
I'm going to write that one down. It was, so here, not fue, we're talking about a thing here. Era el libro. It's not en que, he's going donde.
Era el libro donde escribía su...
Escribía. She was writing. Escribía.
Era el libro donde escribía su viaje.
I'm going to put a su viaje. A su viaje. In order to check that later. Era el libro. Woohoo! What a tongue twister. Not really though, eh? Era el libro.
Era el libro.
Era. I'm probably overdoing the era el libro. Era el libro donde escribía a su viaje.
Era el libro donde escribía su viaje.
Mm-hmm.
Vaya.
Oh my goodness, vaya.
Sí, es mío.
Sí, es mío.
Sí, es mío.
I think it's just a sound. I don't think it means anything.
Sí, es mío.
Sí. Yes, it's mine.
Muchas gracias.
Okay. Don't need to help you with that one. Oh, but other than the gracias sound, just remind myself.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Es muy importante para mí.
Es muy importante para mí. It's very important to me. It's para mí. Para meaning, towards someone. Esta plata es para mí. Este es para ella.
Es muy importante para mí. ¿Cómo lo ha visto tan de lejos?
¿Cómo?
¿Cómo lo ha visto?
¿Cómo lo ha visto?
¿Cómo lo ha visto tan de lejos?
Tan de lejos. Okay. ¿Cómo? How come lo ha visto?
¿Cómo lo ha visto?
How come you saw it?
¿Cómo lo ha visto
tan de lejos?
Tan de lejos.
From so far away. What a great expression. It's not really an expression, it's just the way they say things. Sorry, café. ¿Cómo? How come, ¿cómo? ¿Cómo la ha visto?
¿Cómo lo ha visto?
Lo ha visto, it's a libro, lo.
¿Cómo lo ha visto tan de lejos?
Tan de lejos. From so far away. Muy bien.
Es mi don.
What?
Es mi don.
Es mi don. Mi don.
Es mi don.
Ah, okay. Es mi don.
Es mi don.
Don. Not a very common word,
Es mi don.
but I'm just going to pop this one down. Control B. I have a flashbulb memory, one of those kind of like clear memories of talking to Maria, one of my first teachers online, and I said, tengo el regalo de tener la habilidad de... So I was trying to say, I have the gift, and I said regalo. And she said, no. If it's a talent, it's a don, un don. Es mi don. He's saying it's my talent.
Es mi don.
Awesome.
Tengo una vista de lince, aunque...
Tengo una vista
Tengo una vista de lince.
de lince. Tengo
una vista de...
Tengo una vista. Okay, so that's like I have a view. Is that maybe though also I have eyesight? I'm going to jot this one down. Tengo una vista.
Tengo una vista de lince.
De lince. De lince. Idiomatic expression?
Tengo una vista de lince, aunque ya sea viejo.
Aunque
ya sea viejo. Aunque ya sea viejo.
Ya sea viejo. I'm going to jot that one down as well. Aunque, although, ya already, or yeah, sea subjuntivo viejo. Although I am old.
Aunque ya sea viejo.
Tengo una vista de lince. Oh, I've got a feeling that's the eyesight of a lynx.
Tengo una vista de lince, aunque ya sea viejo.
All right, very good. Although, ya sea. So, aunque. So, does this trigger the subjunctive? Interesting thing to kind of think about. Although this, yeah, okay.
Respondió el anciano riéndose.
Riéndose. We've had that word before. Respondió el viejo. Okay.
Respondió el anciano riéndose.
Riéndose, laughing. Respondió, he responded. The old man, while laughing.
Respondió el anciano riéndose.
What was I going to say about that?
Respondió el anciano riéndose.
Respondió. That is preterite, right? Respondió. So it's over and done with. And what I've learnt is there are various verbs where generally that you'll only find them, you'll mostly find them in the preterite, in the over and done with tense, if you like, and respond would be one of them, because you respond doesn't kind of like get over time. Of course, if you were talking about something that you repeatedly did in the past, so I would get these emails and I used to respond, it would be respondía, but I think we can often have shortcuts by just, it's like dijo, me dijo, he or she told me, me dijo. It's often that way, not to say that decía doesn't exist. Okay, sidetrack.
Me llamo Nicolás.
Me llamo Nicolás. Me llamo. We're pretty used to that one.
Me llamo Nicolás.
I call myself literally. My name is Nicholas.
Encantado.
Encantado. Pleased to meet you. Masculino.
Encantada, Nicolás.
Encantada. Femenino, Nicolás.
Me llamo Julia.
My name is Julia. Wow. Okay. How long have we been going for? 34 minutes. Still incredible. 34 minutes for 2 minutes. That's okay though. Alrighty, that's that part. Quite a lot that I didn't have to write down. De varias artes? Is it various? Varias.
Entró al Museo de Bellas Artes de Asturias.
I don't know. What else did I have? Any questions? Al pie de la letra, just interested in that as an idiomatic expression. Era era el libro donde escribía a su viaje. Es mi don, tengo. Okay, all right, that's all that then. All right, let's look at the script and see how it compares to the way I was hearing it. Here we go. Capítulo 7. Oviedo. Oviedo es la capital de Asturias, una de las muchas regiones de España. I think we did talk about the S sound. He didn't sound it out at all. Una de las muchas regiones de España. Julia había preferido viajar en autobús esta vez. Okay, so it sounds like this is saying, okay, había preferido, had preferred, it's like she's chosen to go in the bus this time, as opposed to it's not saying she would have preferred. Yeah, había preferido. I'm just going to check this one out. So in terms of how you would translate this. Here is my good friend Deep L, and I will copy that in there. Julia had preferred to travel by bus this time. Haha, yeah. Okay, so that's interesting, isn't it? Had chosen or had opted. Had decided. Okay, that's interesting. Had decided. So if I go back the other way, and then decidido, tomado, it could have been, had taken the decision de viajar en autobus, but preferido, it doesn't mean preferred literally. Okay, had opted. Yeah, so that makes good sense in the context, right? Let's keep going. Cuando salió de Salamanca tenía mucha prisa y compró el billete para Oviedo mientras iba a Santiago de Compostela. Fine. De todas formas, ella no quería seguir un plan al pie de la letra. Quería improvisar. So didn't want to follow a plan to the letter. Didn't want to be kind of locked into a plan. Quería improvisar. She wanted to improvise. No necesitaba tener todo calculado. Ella pensaba que la inspiración a la hora de escribir necesitaba también viajar un poco por libre. So we were looking at that one before as well. She thought that the inspiration in the moment of writing also needed viajar un poco por libre, to travel freely. Let's see how Deep L takes that phrase, what it does with it. Back to Spanish and okay, Deep L's finding this a bit challenging as well. She thought that the inspiration for her writing, a la hora de escribir, okay, but that's like for her writing, necesitaba también, also needed to travel a bit on her own, por libre. I'm not quite sure what that compares with, like she wasn't traveling on her own before. Let's just look at this. Por libre, freely by herself, independently. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so she also needed, we would say she also needed to travel independently to inspire her writing. Ella pensaba que la inspiración a la hora de escribir, but that part there, a la hora de escribir, is quite interesting, isn't it? Alrighty, back to the story. Nothing there. Here we are. Ella pensaba que la inspiración a la hora de escribir necesitaba también viajar un poco por libre. Lo único que calculó fue el billete de autobús, not bus. It's not English, Tony. Autobús a Oviedo. So the only thing that she worked out she thought about in advance. I don't know that verb particularly well. I think that's quite a useful one. Let's just go back and check on that one in DeepL. Calcular. Calcular. Okay, calculate, but also figure out. Okay, yeah, figure out. That's useful, isn't it? Calcular. I couldn't figure out what was going on. No puedo calcular lo que was going on. Lo que ocurriaba? No sé. Okay, where am I? La única done that there. Okay, no sabía cuál iba a ser el siguiente paso luego. Pero sí que necesitaba apretarse un poco el cinturón porque el dinero no crecía en los árboles. El dinero no crecía en los árboles. Como siempre, Julia aprovechó para visitar los lugares famosos de la ciudad. En el caso de Oviedo, visitó su catedral. Visitó su catedral, el centro de la ciudad, paseó cerca del río Nalón, entró al Museo de Bellas Artes. Ok, y finalmente se dirigió al Monte Naranco. Let's just go back and listen to that bit again. And probably it will be de Bellas Artes. Okay, pretty close.
Entró al Museo de Bellas Artes.
Bellas.
Entró al Museo de Bellas Artes. Entró al Museo de Bellas Artes de...
Okay. It's obvious now that it's an E, right? Bellas. And it's, right, like that, but it's Bellas Artes. Okay, of course. All right. The more pain, the more gain, I think, sometimes. Well, up to a point. Hasta un punto. Is that how you'd say that? Up to a point. Allí, then. There. Allí aprovechó para sentarse. Estaba algo cansada. Desde aquel punto se veía toda la ciudad de Oviedo. Era una vista maravillosa. Alguien saludó a Julia desde lejos. Oh, I said from behind, but lejos is from far away. Lo siento, amigos, amigas, desde lejos. Did you notice that? That I said that incorrectly? I'm pretty sure I did. Parecía un señor mayor con varias ovejas. Jovencita, perdone, ¿es suyo ese libro? El anciano señaló, el anciano señaló un libro que estaba en la hierba. Yeah, got that right, the grass, la hierba, detrás de Julia, behind, there it is. Maybe I got that right, I'm not sure. Era el libro donde escribía su viaje. Vaya, sí, es mío. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Es muy importante para mí. ¿Cómo la ha visto tan de lejos? Es mi don. Tengo una vista de lince. I don't know if I spelt that correctly before. Aunque ya sea viejo. Okay, let's get that right. Es mi don. Tengo una vista de lince, aunque ya se vea viejo. Respondió el anciano riéndose. Me llamo Nicolás. Encantado, Nicolás. Me llamo Julia. All right, una vista de lince. All right, heading all back to that. Did I spell that correctly? Just interested. Yeah, from the pronunciation.
Tengo una vista de lince.
de lince, aunque ya se vea viejo. Alrighty, let's look up some of those idiomatic expressions. I'll go back to the script and we'll pop through them just for our own edificación. Seguir un plan al pie de la letra. That's the bit I would say. To follow a plan. I don't think that's part of the idiomatic expression, but al pie de la letra, to the foot of the letter. And hacer algo, to do something, al pie de la letra, to do it very precisely. To do it precisely. Okay, yeah. To follow it to the letter is what we'd say in Inglés. All right, what else have we got here? Apretarse un poco el cinturón. So that was, to me, to tighten the belt a little, to tighten one's belt. And there that is here, apretarse el cinturón, to spend less in order to save money. Well, okay. To tighten the belt. Oh, to spend less in order to save money. That's true. Yeah, that's what is actually literally going on. Apretarse el cinturón. That's a goodie, isn't it? To use. Yeah. And porque el dinero no crecía en los árboles. El dinero no crece en los árboles. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money is tight. Okie dokie. What else have we got here? Vista de lince. Vista de lince. Here it is. Tener vista de lince. Yeah, I have great eyesight. Now, I think that means I can see like a lynx. Literally. So I'm just going to go to DeepL. Let's see what it gives us. Yeah, having an eagle eye, right? But let's see. Okay, I've got the eye of an eagle, but what is lince actually? Lynx, bobcat. Cool. Okay, so sometimes it's just in there, right? And yeah, tengo la vista de una lince. Was it una? Una? Let me just go back again. It's one of those ones. I don't know. Doesn't say from there. Let's listen to the. Let's just go here. Links. I can just go the links, and it will give me el lince. Okay, there we have it. All right, what useful exercise? What a useful exercise this is. Okay, ojalá que te hayas disfrutado mi oración, mi lección. No, it's una lección. It's not a lesson. It's just me saying out loud what I'm learning to help anchor it. And if you, as an observer of that, are finding that useful, that's all very well as well. It's fantastic. I love it. And I shall continue to do these because it's part of my accountability to do this for the entire month. Give myself a bit of a push. So thanks for being with me if you're watching this. And by the way, if I don't normally say this, but I am trying to lift the membership of the YouTube channel, the Charlemos YouTube channel, so that in case we have some problems with growing the group, that the YouTube channel can also be a way that people will come along to Charlemos. And if you are watching this on YouTube and you're not a member of the Charlemos Spanish Conversation group that I am part of and is my major community to inspire me with my Spanish, do go and have a look at the website, which is in the description, www.charlemos.online, and have a look as to whether your comprehension is at a level that you can understand sufficiently to be able to participate, because the more the merrier. The people there are helping me to improve my Spanish, and they would help you to improve your spoken Spanish as well. So yeah, if you are not a member, come along and have a look. And if you are a member, please do either like, subscribe, subscribe. All that just pushes the channel up, even though you don't have to watch the stuff. And make a comment as well if you want to as well. Because I did once have a plan to grow the YouTube channel, and then I found Facebook was a great way of getting new people. But I think one needs diversity in terms of one should not put all one's eggs in the one basket, which, as an idiomatic in Spanish, is unknown to me right now. Hasta luego.